I think he said if the Senate's going to convict him, then he should resign. And that was probably the advice he should have given him if they got the votes in the Senate.
Okay, but take off your prosecutor hat and put on your political hat. This reverberated through Washington this week. Does it hurt him?
No, I don't think it hurts him. And the reason I don't think it hurts him is because, first off, voters don't care. I don't think any voters are going to care about this in terms of the way they're going to vote in their individual House races. And in the end, all Kevin McCarthy cares about is getting to 218 or above after the elections in November. And then he'll worry about how he handles getting the votes he needs to become the Speaker. And we're sitting here now in April. Believe me, I don't think this is what we're going to be talking about in late November when they're going to have a vote on the speakership.
Donna, do you think it matters?
Absolutely. I think he's terrified of Trump. I think he's terrified of telling the truth in terms of what he did in those 5 to 7 days following the mob attack, that everyone knows that former President Trump inspired when he assembled that group at the Ellipse and said, "I'll meet you down there. Go down there." Look, Kevin McCarthy is afraid of Trump. He needs Trump in order to become Speaker of the House. And he's afraid of turning off his base. I think the real part of that conversation that came out this week that we should all be talking about is what he said about his members. He said they should be taken off social media. Now, I don't know what the prosecutor will say about that, but I can tell you what the partisan political person will say about that. Tell me that, Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and others are not upset that Kevin McCarthy insinuated that they should be, taken off Twitter and Facebook. Well, that's the real story.
Don, he wasn't getting their votes anyway, okay? Those 3 people that you just mentioned aren't voting for Kevin McCarthy for Speaker unless he's the only candidate on the ballot, and even then, they might not vote for him.
Chris,
so he's not worried about them, and he can't be worried about them.
Right.
He's worried about the main part of his caucus. He's going to continue to try to do things that keeps them from fighting with each other,
which
and keeps them fighting with Democrats.
Cecilia, you covered Donald Trump.